Good morning. Welcome to another fabulous, muy importante episode of Malcolm de la Beans. The beans are, is it dark roast? Is it medium? Is it light roast? Not really sure on this morning. Let's see how it hits, and then we can decide at the end. But as I woke up this morning and I put the hoodie on because it was a little chilly inside because the AC was a cranking, right? And then I put the cap on because we on the men together. And then I jumped on this little deal. What I realized is like the first Malcolm Beans was me facing my fears, right? Oh, let me jump on, sitting here in my house, Indian style. I'm actually sitting on a little kind of custom bench now. I really upgraded, you know. So it happens when you start blowing up, you know what I'm saying? But and I sat down and I'm like, even though I love people. I've traveled all over the world. I've had a blessed life, highs, lows, everything that gave me the perspective, allowed me to become, sharpen my sword. Iron sharpens iron, good people around me. But the topic in my heart is this fear, right? But fear, it always goes back to me working at No Fear, right? I mean, no fear. I worked for a company that inspired the world. No fear, no fear. Just think about it. Soak that up. There's companies that have came since then. Then there's even Jerry Lorenzo, Fear of God. When you watch Jerry Lorenzo, Fear of God, Essentials owner, founder, he said it's fear of not having God in your life. Do you think the world even knows that? Probably not, but fear of not having God in your life. That's what always ties me back to my faith, my roots, the Bible, living a biblical life. Man, I truly create from that. But the fear side was interesting because my backstory connected by a lot of my fears were faced working in the warehouse, grinding, going through the hardships, making no money. Couple years in, dad and other people offering me some money, more money, to go do auto detailing, different things, and staying in the warehouse and grinding and facing my fears. So the no fear thing is about a life well lived. It's about becoming mended, but you have to face your fears. So you have to become mended through your fears. But if you never step up to the plate, the whole introvert extrovert thing, oh, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert. I think we kind of give ourselves titles without even truly ever taking a step in and facing that fear to become. Isn't that crazy to think like the Malcolm Beans, like I said, episode 1, did I think, because I've hosted some TV stuff and different things, it doesn't mean that you're not an introvert. It doesn't mean that you don't actually get the nerves or those chills. The chills are interesting when you face your fears, because when you face your fears, whether you end up doing whatever that is, like, stepping up to the plate of baseball. Are you kidding me? Baseball is the best example. MLB, right? Little different. Motocross, crazy. There's respect to stepping up to the plate in almost all sports, but sports always are such a great comparison or comparable because, dude, it's scary. When you're younger, you're kind of learning to snap, but the moment you step up to the plate and someone's ready to throw a 60 to 100 plus mile per hour fastball at you, this person might not be 100% accurate. And you're sitting there and you have to be ready. You're facing fear in the eyes. But if you like baseball, if you watch baseball, stepping up to that plate is the only way you can ever face it. But how you become mended through facing it is because that experience, whether you become a college or pro ball player, or you just go through, you're going to carry that forever because you actually got rid of the fear and just stepped to the plate. Becoming mended is saying, I'm making the choice to become mended. I am going to step up to the plate. I am going to become mended through my fears. Mended behind bars on a dirt bike, right? What dirt bikes teach you is you get on, it's fun, there's the adrenaline, everything's so beautiful and so perfect. You get a little better, or as you're getting better, suddenly dun, 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 the fall happens. Boom, broken wrist, concussion, just cut open, hurt arm, something happens, right? At that moment, why does a motocrosser get back on the bike? Because that feeling you got was so exhilarating, so impactful, and so just heart-bearing that you literally got back on. And when you get back on, what happens? Everyone's like, well, you broke your arm, you got hurt, why would you ever get back on it? When you experience that feeling of letting your fear not get in the way and step up to the plate, get mended behind bars, mended behind a bat, mended behind, whatever it is, jumping on a stage and speaking. The Malcolm Beans to me is kind of not much different, than jumping on a stage. The difference is the crowd and the fear of what that crowd's going to think of you. That crowd got nothing on you. And the moment you realize that and you start to see it, can you imagine the gifts that are going to open up? How much you're going to thrive and feel alive, and that heartbeat just doop, 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 doop. Ooh! I'm encouraging everyone, including myself. By the way, I struggle. I'm a human being. Sometimes I'm not being the gift God gave me. I'm being scared. I'm being frightened. I'm holding back. I'm procrastinating. Procrastination is the killer of all dreams. Why? Oh, maybe one day, maybe one day. Discipline. You got to get into it. And I'm talking to myself right now. There is nobody here. Nobody might even listen to this thing, but I'm getting it out right now, and it feels good to get it out, because becoming Mendid and the brand I'm building is encouraging my daughter, my wife, my friends, my teammates, my riders, my athletes to lead, to jump up to the plate, to really embrace becoming Mendid by and through the fear of getting out of your comfort zone. Man, this life, I've wasted a lot of time, in areas where I was wounded, I was hurt, I didn't address anything. It's okay to have fear, it's okay to have insecurity, it's okay to have all these things, but it's not okay to sit back and not open up that door and start just recognizing you deserve this life. I want to see everybody thrive. Becoming Mendid is facing your fears, but your fears normally are not even as fearful as you think they might be. You just manifested something so big in your head that is creating this roadblock that's holding you back from a life well lived, which is a life mended. Mended with your spiritual, mended with your physical, mended with sports you love, mended with friends you love, mended with dirt bikes, bicycle, BMX, skateboard, surf, baseball, whatever, soccer, you name it. Reading books, dude, just jumping into books. But the one thing about books, they're supposed to take you into a fictional, non-fictional, just this journey, right? That either helps you gain knowledge, gain perspective, gain something. Books are amazing. Reading is amazing. Anything that actually helps you open up. But I'm encouraging everyone to step up to the plate. Mended through your fears. If you never face them, if you never go after it, you have no idea what doors it might open up. And I see just beautiful gifts in everybody. I see opportunity with everyone. I see so many values when I meet people, and just I kind of hear them. But then what happens when you leave and then you kind of sit back and you're like, no, not me. This isn't destined for me. I'm meant to just kind of sit here. I'm a definition. Definitions were created not to hold you back, but to inspire you to create your own definition. You are a definition because you are a creation. You're God's creation. God is a creator of life and opportunity. The believe, the love, when you passion and connect it all together. Man, celebrate birthdays, but celebrate every day. Celebrate getting off your butt right now and just facing some fear. They say do something every day that scares you. I'm just saying, whatever it is, I believe that you might not meant to be a motivational speaker, but at least if you step up to the plate and say, I'm going to go speak in front of 3 to 5 people here, there, that stuff builds you more than you will ever know. It opens up your character. It opens up your truth, regardless of where it takes you down the path. That knowledge, that rebellious approach to individuality, you stepping out, you could become the next biggest thing and you won't even know it. But I love you guys, man. I'm feeling fired up this morning. And Malc and beans, man, that deep roast, that dark roast, but that dark roast sometimes it's so fearful will open up and help you find the light, becoming Mendid. No disrespect, I'm doing me. In the end, I did. A grateful thread, reminder to breathe. You know how good that feels? I want to see the light and the life come out of you. Share, ask whatever you want. Jump in the DMs. I love you guys. We on the men. This isn't about one sport, one way. This is about the way and opening up a pathway for you to live your best life. We bean spilling. We out. I love you guys. Peace. Malcolm, that was kind of dumb and a little extended. Peace.